Today, I would like to provide a bit more information on the workplace guidance documents that were released yesterday. As I have mentioned before, we have provided a very detailed guidance document that applies to all workplaces. This guidance document was in place to provide expectations to all those places of work that have remained open throughout the past few months, and it has recently been updated with more information. These guidelines are applicable to all settings, whether it is a shopping mall, retail business, or a specific sector. Businesses can work through these guidelines and make decisions about how to apply the guidance to their specific setting. This will look different for each environment. In addition, we continue to draft more specific guidelines for certain sectors to reflect unique needs, such as those we have posted for child care facilities and bars and restaurants. An important thing for all businesses to consider is what mechanisms they can put in place so patrons understand what is required of them. Business operators know their business better than we can. And it's a two-way street. Customers and business operators are both responsible for being safe and using common sense. In many settings, it may be appropriate to post signs reminding patrons to not enter if they are feeling ill, and to remind them to maintain 2 meters between themselves and other customers. Business operators will also need to have a mechanism for checking to make sure their employees are well, and to ensure that their employees go home if they are ill and to seek testing if necessary. If businesses have specific questions as they prepare for opening, they can email bizconnect, bizconnect@gov.ab.ca for help with specifics that may not be answered through the website. There is also a commonly asked questions section that will be updated daily. As we move into our relaunch, I encourage all Albertans to help reinforce these new social norms with each other. Once we reopen, we want to stay open, and we want businesses to be successful and Albertans to stay safe. And I also want to encourage all of us to be kind to each other as we remind each other of these new social norms. This is a new world we are all navigating, and being kind and compassionate will help us all. Finally, I'd like to touch on the concept of cohorts, as I've seen this question pop up again on social media. A while ago, I mentioned how 2 families could form a cohort to help split child-minding activities and provide an opportunity for parents and children to socialize. I know that people want to see family and friends, and to see them in a way that doesn't keep them a hockey stick apart. As we move into relaunch, it's important to remember that limiting the number of people you come in close contact with is the best way to limit the possibility of spread. Expanding your cohort to a very small group of people can work, but you need to follow all guidance and ensure that everyone is committed to only being a cohort with each other. It is important that people still limit social contact with others outside of this cohort. Social gatherings where people share food and drinks are a risk. Kids' sleepovers with friends are a risk. These activities should only happen with a small cohort group. I know all of us are looking towards these next few weeks with optimism and concern about what's in store as we begin to open up. We have arrived where we are today because of Albertans' commitment and discipline, making sure we're following public health guidance and protecting each other. I ask that you stay the course and continue to practice physical distancing, hand washing, and other measures in order to make our relaunch successful.